In fractions, the students look at the numerators first, but the denominators decide everything. So in today's video, we learn how to subtract the fractions with different denominators. So when the denominators are different, so in that case, you find the LCM of the denominators. So we find the LCM of 16 and 24 since they are the denominators. And to find the LCM, we divide by the prime numbers. 2 is a prime number and 2 can divide both 16 and 24. Similarly, we can divide 8 and 12 by 2 again, and 4 and 6 by 2 again. Now there is no common factor that divides 2 and 3, so we can divide 2 separately by 2 and 3 remains as it is, and finally we divide 3 by 3. We stop finding the factors here when we get 1. Okay, and our LCM will be, we multiply the factors here, that is there are 1 2 3 4 2's and 1 3. No need to multiply that 1. Okay, so when we multiply 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3, we get 4 16 48. So our LCM is 48. So this is the first step of subtracting the fractions with different denominators. Now LCM is 48. Now the next step is that the denominators here are 16 and 24. So here the denominators in the next step must be equal to 48. That is, we have 16 as the denominator in the first fraction. We have to make this 16 equals to 48. That is, we multiply it by 3 because 3 times 16 equals to 48. Okay. And since we multiplied 16, that is the denominator, by 3, we must multiply the 17, that is numerator, also by 3 because these two numbers should be same. Now similarly, in the second fraction, 24 is the denominator. So we must multiply 24 by 2 because 24 into 2 equals to 48. That is our LCM. And we multiply 13 also by 2 because these two numbers should be same. Now when we multiply 17 and 3, we get 51, and 3 into 16 equals to 48. Minus 13 into 2 equals to 26, and 24 into 2 equals to 48. Okay, so now I'll drop this portion. Now since the denominators are same here, so we write equals to here and write 148 in place of 248. And the numerators are 51 and minus 26. When we subtract 26 from 51, we get 5. And it is 225 by 48. So first of all, we check whether these two numbers is in lowest form or not. That is, whether these two numbers are divisible by any common divisor or not. So we can see that we cannot divide 25 and 48 by any common divisor. So this is in our lowest form, and also this is our proper fraction. So this is our final answer. I hope you understood how to subtract the fractions with different denominators. Now pause your video for a while and do this sum. Okay, I hope you got the answer right as 13 whole 2 by 5. Anyways, let us look at the solution, because here we are going to learn 3 important things of fractions. Okay, so let us look at the solution. First, the question was 16 minus 13 by 5, and there was no denominator here. So if there is no denominator, we put there 1. Okay, so don't forget this thing. Whenever there is no denominator, means there is always 1 here. Okay, now we find the LCM of 1 and 5. So whenever there is 1, in some other number, no need to do the long process of finding the LCM, because we can directly write the LCM as the number other than 1. So in this case, the LCM of 1 and 5 will be 5. That is the number other than 1. Or say if there is 1 and 10, the LCM will be, yes, 10. The LCM of 1 and 20 will be 20. LCM of 1 and 100 will be 100, and so on. So I wrote LCM equals to 5 directly. Now, as you know that after finding the LCM, each denominator must be equal to the LCM. That is, here is 1. So to make it 5, we have to multiply it by 5. That is, I multiplied 1 by 5. And I multiplied the numerator also by 5. Minus here. There is already 5 here. That's equal to the LCM. So in that case, no need to multiply by any number. So we can keep this fraction as it is here. Okay. Now you multiply these two numbers and you get 80 by 5 minus 13 by 5. Now these two are same. So we write here 5. And when we subtract 80 minus 13, we get here 67. And this is in the lowest form because we cannot. This is in the lowest form because we cannot divide these two numbers by any common factor. But this is an improper fraction. That's why we converted this to the mixed fraction. That is 13 whole 2 by 5. In order to convert this improper to the mixed, I've done it in the rough side. I have to divide the numerator by the denominator. That is, you get 13 as the quotient, 2 as the remainder, and 5 is the divisor. So this is our final answer. Okay, do these questions and comment down your answers. If this video helped you, I have done the sums on addition of fractions with different denominators. There is a link on the comment. Please check the video.